With the original 3 episodes felled without the need of secrets, I was honestly feeling pretty hype and decided to immediately launch into Thy Flesh Consumed. These are the really nostalgic levels for me. I still have very early memories, way back in 2009 on Xbox Live Arcade, stumbling my way through these levels, facing opposition that I thought was near impossible to conquer regardless of skill. They're Going to Get You still haunts me, remembering how brutal Against the Wickedly is to a first-time UV player. So, will this prove to be nearly as destructive as its reputation upholds, or will we crush it under our toes? If you're just coming here after finishing up Inferno, welcome back! I'm glad you're here to see how this final chapter of Ultimate Doom unfolds. If you're not, I suggest starting from episode 1 to see how I play the game and how I learn these levels with this rule set. Speaking of the rule set, it's quite simple. Every level is played on Ultra Violence from a pistol start with 0% secrets collected, or 100% secrets in levels without any, and with ideally 100% kills, but mainly as many kills as possible. With that out of the way, it's time to have our flesh consumed. E4M1, Hell Beneath. As a level, Hell Beneath is very small. Only 2 big rooms with a few tinier rooms within. Grabbing the shotgun spawns some shotgunners in from the ledges behind us, so we take them out, but we have to do it carefully. We only have like 12 health bonuses and a green armor, so all damage is basically permanent. Before pushing this switch, I get the idea to grab this rocket launcher and 2 boxes of rockets. It's not a part of the secret beyond, thankfully, so it's fair. Lowering the switch reveals 2 specters, which I was originally going to have the shotgunners kill, but I don't have the patience for that, so I gunned them down myself. And as you can see, I took a lot of damage from that. Looking into this room reveals lots of enemies behind fake walls, which will start teleporting in en masse in an attempt to trap you in a tight space, so I trigger as many as I can and quickly run back to the start to clear them all out. Running out of health though, so I need to aim carefully. I missed this shot at the shotgunner, which nearly cost me the run, but let's be honest, I don't really have the health to make it much further, especially if you know what's up ahead. Never say never, though. As soon as I grab the red key, the rest of the enemies see me, and these shotgunners put an end to this attempt. Second attempt, and I still try the infighting thing, but I give it up. They're still aiming at me, technically, so I'm going to take a lot of damage trying to do this strat. I trigger the enemies behind this wall again and clear them out, this time alerting the Baron to my presence. Though he doesn't teleport to me and instead teleports inside of the small room, which is a shame because I was hoping I could use him for infighting. I make a series of dumb mistakes, which I'll just let you watch for yourself, honestly. My third try, and I completely abandon the infighting strat and just go straight for gunning the specters down. I need as much health as I can to make any progress on this level. This time I don't alert the enemies behind the walls, opting to take them all out at once when I grab the red key. But I get impatient waiting for the shotgunner and do it anyway. I grab the key, alert everything else, and then quickly run out before taking any substantial damage, killing the Baron and other enemies in the process. We're finally able to go into the red room. Some imps guard the blue key, but that's not a problem. We grab the blue key and alert the newly revealed enemies, and we open fire on them. This specter eats this imp, so that's some ammo saved. With all the possible enemies killed, that's Hell Beneath finished! There's one secret here which reveals 4 Barons, but we can't kill them because revealing them triggers a secret which we can't avoid, and... oh. The secret didn't trigger. Okay, so we do have to kill these Barons in this challenge. The secret doesn't trigger if you walk over the 9-inch nails reference once the wall is fully lowered, and honestly, you could just lower the wall and then walk out of the entire room and punch the air anyway, and these Barons are the reason why Hell Beneath is so brutal. I saved my rockets specifically for this fight. We're able to rocket 2 of them down and nearly kill the 3rd with our ammo, but we have to punch them from there. I promptly decide it's not worth it and exit the level. I was satisfied with this outcome for approximately 18 seconds, and decided this sucks and tried for a bit to get 100% kills. It didn't take nearly as long as you might think either. Rather than show you each individual attempt and talk you through like I did with Deimos Lab, instead I'm going to show you the winning attempt and how it happened, because of how random this level actually is. It's more luck and less skill. Being as efficient with our ammo and untouchable with our health as possible is important. With these shotgunners in the beginning, I try to kill at least 2 with 1 shot to give us as many shotgun shells as possible. If I take too much damage or I waste too many shells, I straight up reset. You would generally want at least 36 shells past these shotgunners to break even, and I made it past with 39, which is great. If my shots landed a bit better, I could have made it out with more, probably 41 or so, but alas. I try my best to AoE with the shotgun shells on the imps and pistol them down after the first shot. I try to pistol down the shotgunners through this little gap, then let the specters out and berserkless punch them to death. If I take too much damage here, I reset. I alert all the enemies behind the fake walls and run back and clear them out as usual, trying to use some infighting on the Baron, but I do get one shotgunner to hit him, which, considering the shotgun shot on him and the bitch slap he got from the Baron, saves about 2 shells. I take a nasty hit, but I press on. This attempt was going well enough. I berserkless punch this specter as well, which takes a fair while because I guess he's blind? So I have to drive-by punch him. Very, very slowly. I alert the rest of the enemies behind the walls and run back as quick as I can, being careful not to take too much damage. I get out a little lower than I would have liked, but it's all good. Going into the red room is where the strats get a bit spicy. I lower the secret and wait in the blue key alcove and try to make a mad dash for the room beyond, but a specter instant blocks me, so I try to brute force past him, and luckily it works. This is where the rockets come into play. If we can get as much splash damage as possible on the specters and barons, this is possible. I usually fire a rocket if I see 2 barons clumped together, or 3 of any enemy. Though starting out, I kind of just volley rockets in there, John Madden. The line def on the floor is an enemy teleport, so long as they don't cross it, they'll stay in there. One of the barons gets out, so I back up, waiting for another baron to roll up so I can rocket them, but it doesn't happen, so I shotgun them down. At this point, there's a very high chance that one attack from anything, even a specter bite, will mean death, so precision is required here. You don't want to die from an imp fireball. There's a great cluster here where I launch 2 rockets, giving an imp in the process. I launch a few more rockets, nailing some fantastic hits. The specters are next in line, and I decide to risk berserkless punching them, being very careful as 1 max damage bite could kill me. I try to get these 2 barons closer, but it's just not happening, so I shotgun the first one down. He didn't really have much health left, and I blow the rest of my rockets on this baron and trash the specter behind him. And a very similar wave of relief that I got from Deimos Lab washes over me. I was expecting to spend so much more time on this level than I actually did. And for context, and for fun, here's all the attempts after I made it to the barons the first time, and how they failed. Not only is this level possible, but I did it with ammo left over too. E-Form 1 Hell Beneath with 100% kills and 0% secrets, done in 8 minutes and 6 seconds. E-Form 2 Perfect Hatred. Generally regarded as the most difficult Ultimate Doom level, Perfect Hatred starts out with an intense slow crawl to pin you against the back wall and put an end to your existence. But with careful aiming and some luck from the end fighting, it's not too bad of a start. We run out of shotgun shells just before we can kill the last Keiko, and after doing so, I drop down and grab the rad suit and supercharge. These shotgun shells here bring us back to full strength, and we press onward, clearing these imps out and the barons in this window, so we don't have to face them later in that cramped hallway. It eats through a decent amount of our shells, though there's another box behind us that I used to kill the pinkies up on the ledge beyond. Pushing the switch and moving into this lava room, it's been made a little less cramped because we already cleared the hard part out. So we pick up our ammo and move forward, returning immediately after to climb the newly elevated ledge. This wall and the wall behind us opens to reveal 4 total barrens, but we have a plasma gun and a lot of cells, so we can tear right through them, though I do opt to save as many cells as I can for the end. With the yellow key in our hands, we can open the path forward, revealing 3 more barrens and some lost souls. I was trying to not wake the cyber demon up ahead, but grabbing the rocket launcher triggers that, unfortunately, if you're not careful like me. But it's not like he can really go anywhere. The Keiko demon in the room beyond snipes the Baron in hilarious fashion, and I kill him and move into the caves. There's a lot of souls down here, so I go nuts with the plasma gun, deciding to give the chain gun a bit of love on these specters. Now with the blue key, we prepare ourselves to face with the cyber demon. I was saving my cells for this fight, not remembering there's 300 cells in the exit room, so we were fine regardless of what I did. I almost walked into this teleporter, triggering a secret and ending the run, but I miss it by a tiny bit, very luckily. I rocket these Keikos down and turn my attention to the cyber demon. No telefragging allowed since that's a secret, and I decided to face him head to head for the extra challenge of him being able to hit me, actually. Not that it was really all that difficult. E4M2, Perfect Hatred, with 100% kills and 0% secrets, done in 9 minutes and 3 seconds. E4M9, Fear. I remember this level scaring me when I was first playing this game. I didn't know about the concept of secret levels, so I thought each episode just had 9 levels in it. And I thought Fear being the last level sounded so cool and ominous and spooky. Just as spooky as this attempt was. I get trucked in the first 10 seconds, but I heal up and charge through it. I get the idea to use these barrels to my advantage, but as you can see, I went about it in, the best way possible. Mulligan, and I haul ass for the shotgun to try and avoid damage here. I get pinned by these pinkies and take a max damage bite, but it's no big deal. There's a mega armor right here. This imp gets hit by this Baron, and despite all the fireballs he's laying into him, the Baron is just eyes emoji at me. I think he's focused on me because I've dealt the most damage to him, and once the imp passes that amount, he turns to the imp and fights him instead. That's my best guess anyway, I don't actually know. We go into the center room where there's lots of lost souls and we run out of shotgun shells, and almost run out of health too. Plenty of rockets and some bullets, but no shells. This Baron is a pro at dodging my rockets, so I use 6 extra to try and kill him. I have to pistol my way through these hordes, and it's atrocious, but we get through it, just barely. I try to spark some infighting with the Pinkies and the Lost Souls, but those two in the back are too busy kissing to care about me. Going to the other side, and finally some shotgun shells for us to use. Into the back half of the level, there's really not much else to go over. See demon, shoot demon, hold W. There's an easy-to-access chain gun I probably should have grabbed before starting the fights in the upper half of the level. Might have saved 2 minutes. Oops! E4M9, Fear, with 100% kills and 0% secrets, done in 7 minutes and 15 seconds. E4M3, Sever the Wicken. The start of this level is the most chaotic in the entire WoD. We can actually kill an overwhelming majority of the level's enemies in this level, so I try to do so, hauling ass to the invulnerability ASAP to give me some breathing room. I drop down and run to this chain gun in the corner and frantically start gunning down everything on the ground level, focusing on the hit scanners once the invulnerability wears off. Despite the fact they're all shotgunners, they can still tear off a huge amount of health from ridiculous distances. I go for this partial invisibility and try to cut across to this side ledge, but I get blocked by the corner and fall into this pit with the Baron. I matrix dodge this fireball and immediately try to route a path through this madness, electing to kill the Baron up top and grab the blue key, but the invisibility ends up being my demise. Second try, and I try to save the invulnerability for later, opting to go straight for the chain gun. I'm going to try to be as slow and methodical as I can be with this attempt to clear out everything possible, though I end up brute forcing my way through these specters. I tried the exact same leap again, and fail it the exact same way, getting clipped by a Baron fireball that ultimately gets me killed. Third try, and I keep on with saving the invulnerability since that last attempt was kind of bullshit. Going up the starting elevator, I overestimated my backpedal and fell into the Berserk, backpack, and other partial invisibility, which I'm gonna be honest, I forgot this little section was even here. I go up the elevator and snake my way to the invulnerability and decide to spend it on the Barons, chain gunning this one down, because I think I forgot I had the Berserk. We're in a much better state now going forward with this opening room almost fully cleared. I grab every last bit of ammo I can get my hands on before going downstairs, dealing with the congregation of imps down here. After dealing with the imps in this closet, I decide to clear the downstairs out because I kind of need the health going forward. I initially decide to Berserk punch these Barons, but I'm pretty sure I'm still in one-shot range if I'm unlucky, so I decide against it, but still take a nasty fireball. This room with the red key has tons of hit scanners in it, so I hide behind the corners of the door and peekaboo snipe them. I clear the upstairs and grab a plasma gun, clear the exit out, then go back to the red key area and drop down into the next area. Man, all these rockets and no rocket launcher. Oh, hey, look, a stuck imp. And hey, look, a rocket launcher. When almost everything's already done. I lure the enemies from this secret into my line of fire and kill them before going to the exit, which is kind of spicy, because any of these shotgunners could actually kill me with my health, but we get through it okay. I would have probably pissed myself with anger if I had died right here after all of this. E4M3 Sever the Wicked with 100% kills and 0% secrets done in 8 minutes and 28 seconds. E4M4 Unruly Evil. Unruly Evil is another very tiny level. Is it just me, or should Perfect Hatred have been the penultimate level? I try to infight at the start, but it doesn't really work, and I get cornered. I kill the shotgunners in this secret, losing a lot of health on the process. Important to note, you cannot let the elevator go up if you're on the other side, because then you can't lower it without triggering a secret, so you have to stay on the other side of it, only darting across if you know you can make it back. Out in the main courtyard, our health is starting to get startlingly low, as is our ammo. Ha! Did I make you look? Yeah, when I was writing the script, I was trying to figure out where that notification came from, and I spent way longer than I'd care to admit checking my Discord, trying to see if somebody had messaged me somewhere, but it was just in the recording. I briefly dropped to 1% health trying to grab this invulnerability and supercharge, but I got them both, berserkless punching the Spectre and trying to punch these Keikos. I go up onto the medkit ledge, and in hindsight I should have grabbed the invulnerability, then grabbed the medkits, then the supercharge, because then I'd have had more health going into the following fights. I grab the red key, spawning a bunch of imps. I run into the red room and drop into the lava and grab the invisibility, not knowing it was super lava and losing 40 health in the process. At this point, my plan is to open the remaining monster closets, kill all the hit scanners, and infight the rest down. But at 7% health, it's going to be tricky. I'll need to do some master level dodging to get anything started and sustain a full-on battle. I take an imp fireball and get knocked down to 1%, and then baseball slide into another fireball and die. This one might be just a little bit tricky. On my second try, I opt for as much infighting as I can possibly muster, trying to save every last bit of ammo possible. It helps to lower this lift and let the imps down so the specters can actually reach them. Once the second specter dies, I lower the lift and get ready to go up the lift, not remembering there was a third and fourth one too. I handle the shotgunners on the lift, waiting for them to walk onto the lift before killing them so I can grab their ammo. I drop down and kill these imps next before grabbing the red key and attempting to spark some infighting with these pinkies. Once again, having Pinky starting fights with moving targets is so annoying. But if this fight goes well, it'll save so many shotgun shells. It has been going pretty decently, only having to use one shotgun shell and carefully chain gunning the rest down. I'm careful with these shotgunners because I don't want to lose all of my health. Once they're dead, I open the monster closets and back up for some more infighting. Also, am I wrong, or are these Keiko demons supposed to be stuck? I don't know why they're not stuck. I also dropped down here and grabbed the supercharge and invulnerability, got baited again by the Discord message sound, and then tried to spark as much infighting as possible by standing literally in the middle of everything. By the way, helpful tip, don't try to infight with projectile monsters with the partial invisibility like I keep doing to myself. Down to the last few enemies, but kind of starting to run lower on ammo, so I let these specters soften this Keiko up before finishing them off and leaving. E4M4, Unruly Evil, with 100% kills and 0% secrets, done in 7 minutes and 34 seconds. E4M5, They Will Repent. Oh, do you remember Pandemonium? Okay, watch this. Please don't laugh at me too much. Anyway, first actual try, and I abandon that and kill everything, pistoling the Keiko down with the last few shots. I messed up and splashed myself a bit with the barrels here, but saved some ammo. I try to kill everything through this window, but get interrupted by some very rude imps behind me. Unruly Evil and Deimos Lab kind of just conditioned me to fight whenever possible, or to infight rather whenever possible. So that's what I try to do when I can, even if I'm loaded on ammo, because you just never know sometimes. You never know how scarce an ammo is going to be. The ammo is going to be when you are doing this rule set. I'm great at reading my script. This little lost soul in the corner is not a lost soul, more like a lost bitch, because he was trying to hide from me. This is the first level in quite a while that's mostly unremarkable. We grab the red key, drop into the damage floor, grab the rad suit, and kind of just walk forward and kill things as they show up. Not really a whole lot to say. This level gives you tons of ammo, and there's a supercharge near the end. I killed this Baron with the plasma gun, though, because the space was kind of cramped. This bit got a little bit chaotic because I was running out of health and needed the supercharge, but once I got it, it was pretty much over. I don't even know where the secrets are in this map, so it's not like this map is hard to me. E-Form 5, They Will Repent, with 100% kills and 0% secrets done in 6 minutes and 23 seconds. E-Form 6, Against the Wickedly. This is the big boy. Somewhat. I get clocked by this shotgunner in the beginning, and despite my low health, I still try for some infighting, getting this shotgunner to kill this imp for me. I pick up this medkit just to lose the health 3 seconds later. After carefully killing everything on the ledge, I drop down into the lava, run like a madman to the rad suit, get pinged on Discord again, and kill the specters on the lava, praying I don't get force-ticked. I go into this little side cave, doing my best to kill the Lost Souls without triggering this secret, and like, my toenails were almost over the secret trigger. It's unreal how close I was to failing. I go back to the main room and drop down into the lava, killing the Keiko demons after grabbing the rad suit, then grab the blue key. I decide to clear out this upper section with the Baron behind bars next, since we just got the blue key. But before activating the switch to open the bars, I want to kill everything so I don't get cornered like this Baron almost cornered me. They can still hit me through the bars, as you can see by this Keiko demon, so I need to be careful. I know there's enemies locked outside, so I try to get as close to the bars as I can to try and alert some of them, but nothing else moves, so I move on to the room with the yellow and red key pegs, where I get everything alerted so I can take it all out now. I fire a few rockets into the upper room since we'll be going there soon, as well as chain gunning this Keiko down. My health is moderately low, so I do need to be careful going into this lava, as it wouldn't take much to put an end to me. I actually got horrendously lucky here. This shotgunner clocked me from the side, and if all of his pellets hit me and did max damage, I actually would have died. Onto this red key hallway, I start this fight with the Baron, retreating to grab some rockets from the upper ledge where the exit is. Grabbing the red key lowers the exit wall and raises some ledges, which I wait for, before alerting the cyber demon to my presence. My plan of attack here is simple. Clear the red key room, retreat to the blue key ledge, hope I don't get cyber demoned, grab this invulnerability, very quickly rocket everything down, grab the BFG here, teleport to the cyber demon ledge, and annihilate his face before he can damage me. Simple! E4M6 Against the Wickedly with 95% kills and 0% secrets done in 10 minutes and 26 seconds. 99 kills out of 104. I actually missed an imp in the beginning up here. Oops. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to sneeze. E4M7 and Hell Followed. There's not a whole hell of a lot to say about this level. Relatively low resistance and relatively high ammunition and weapons, all things considered. I grab the chainsaw here because you never know with ammo sometimes. Then I go to the red key room and clear this mess out first. I let infighting happen as usual. I clear this room, grab the shotgun from the crusher room down here, and then leave because there's nothing else here and I don't want to risk getting crushed. They are slow crushers after all. I go in here to grab this mega armor, then down the stairs and trigger the supercharge trap, quote unquote, which I stomp on with one rocket, and we're pretty much unstoppable from here. I grab the yellow key, berserk things on the way, then go into the entirely optional yellow area where, except for E2M4, is the only time my anxiety was kind of high in this entire challenge. I know there's a cyber demon here, which blew my mind the first time I saw it in Ultraviolence, but I didn't remember exactly how to trigger it, so every action was setting me off. The BFG and cells here would make him a joke, but this is still a tight area, so would it be so easy? I open the wall and punch the imp in the jaw, and the cyber roars at me, so I haul ass to the upper hallway where the cyber can't fit, and take podshot BFG shots at him until he dies, being extremely careful not to get rocketed. That was the plan, though I eventually just went down there myself and made it faster. And it turns out, yes, in fact, it's plenty of room to dodge, so long as he doesn't stomp right towards you and corner you. I go outside into the final area. In hindsight, I don't really know why I didn't use the BFG here. It's a wide open area with plenty of enemies to hit it. Regardless, it's a joke. We have so much health, armor, and ammo, we're practically indestructible. E4M7 and Hell Followed with 100% kills and 0% secrets done in 7 minutes and 41 seconds. E4M8, Unto the Cruel. This is it, the final battle. Will it be as climactic as I was hoping for? Only one secret in this level, and it's in the very beginning. Though missing it will make this opening fight a bit of a challenge. There is a legion of hit scanners right here. They can infight, but you'll still take a lot of damage trying to initiate it from everyone in the very front who can only hit you. And honestly, with the number of shotgunners, I don't really know why I tried infighting. It's not like you're going to run out of ammo anytime soon. I take out the barons in the central closets, then jump down and kill the pinkies in the lava. I got force teched in the lava here. Very nice. This entire room was fight 1 of 4, by the way. Fight 2 of 4 is in this open area, and is a lot less stressful than the first one. Once we get past the baron up here on these stairs, we could take a detour to the right for an entire vault of power. Also, 420 cells. Blaze. Fight 3 is down this elevator and doesn't really stand a chance against our earthly cells. There's a second supercharge down this staircase by the teleporter, as if we really needed it. Fight 4 is the final battle against a spider mastermind and her army. And honestly, I was so hyped up for making it here, I grabbed the BFG behind her and went more than a little bit apeshit with it. If I were to do this level again, I wouldn't use the BFG and artificially bump the difficulty up. Though, I mean, we have a supercharge and mega armor in this room, on top of 2 other supercharges. I seriously doubt we were going to be in any kind of danger. But with the last BFG shots fired, this episode's flesh has been fully consumed. So, where does that leave us? The challenge is complete. The mandatory levels of Ultimate Doom can be completed without the need of any secret areas to bolster our power. As far as difficulty goes, it's still decently easy, honestly. There's a few notable exceptions, but there's not a whole lot in Ultimate Doom that really transforms each level with the exclusions of its hidden weapons and whatnot. If we were to look at only the first 3 episodes, with the exception of Deimos Lab, there's really nothing out of the ordinary. Sure, it makes some fights drag out a lot longer, or forces a lot more infighting and careful movement, but not a whole lot that really dynamically changes any level. Even in Episode 4, pretty much every level plays out exactly the same. That being said, this was a really refreshing way to play through the WoD again. I, as I'm sure many of us have also, have played this to absolute death. So it's a really great way to spice up a playthrough and force you to think long-term during a level, rather than just in the short-term fight to fight. It really turns into a game of strategy and demon killing, as opposed to just the latter. It's loads of fun, really. Loads of fun, but can be pretty tough and demanding. If I had to make a top 3 difficult maps with this rule set in Ultimate Doom, I would say that number 3 would be Unruly Evil, because of the amount of infighting you have to do in such a small space. Number 2 would be Hell Beneath, because of the amount of resistance you have to face, with practically no armor and health, with the amount of perfection that it demands. And number 1, which is no surprise to anyone from how I've been talking about it, is Deimos Lab. For a mostly unremarkable level, it's transformed into a vicious hellscape with only the shotgun, pistol, and very small quantities of ammo for both for the entire level. Or maybe it isn't? I'm sure that this series might inspire others to try the same, not only in this WoD, but many others as well. Maybe others will be able to push it even further than what I'm doing, like seeing how many kills you could get in each level with as little ammo as possible. That's an off-the-wall idea right there. But an idea at that. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like so I know I'm doing the right thing. If you really enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to see further installments of this series where it will certainly get more interesting. If you really, really enjoyed this video, leave a comment telling me what your favorite color is and why. Nothing else to say, but thank you very much for taking the time to watch my little Doom experiment. And I'll see you all in Doom 2.